Peace to the gods and the goddesses of planet Ka. I am that I am, family. I am everything, and everything is you too. You dig? Scat pack, scat pack, scat pack. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I love y'all, and I hope y'all loving yourself out there. I hope y'all staying positive for real, for real. And this video is gonna actually be breaking down the concept of oxygen. I want to just break down oxygen, that whole element, that whole chemical makeup, what they call oxygen, right? Now, let's get straight into it, family. This is hood science, you heard? Step into the class, you know what I'm saying? Let's share some science, but we going to break it down to where the people in the way, shout out to the way people, you know what I'm saying? We come from the way, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna break it down to where the hood could understand this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So we could claim our power back. So basically, right, oxygen, people believe that uh what we breathe in the air and the atmosphere is oxygen, is what they consider to be oxygen. You feel me? That's what they told us, that we breathe in oxygen, you know? And they also said that the trees breathe. You know what the truth is so real, like you gotta smile with this shit. Like it's like the lies. It's like the lies. When the lies is so deep, you gotta put a smile on this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because this shit so deep, family. Like this shit not even funny. How deep the lies go, and the deception, and the trickery, because we've been all stripped away from our truth, our cosmic truth. We remember we in a spiritual fight right now. That's the only reason why we believe in everything outside of ourselves. We believe in the same enemy that took our knowledge of self away from us. We believe in the same information that he feed us. It's not even him. These are spiritual principalities that we've been fighting with. They only use the white man as a face card. But anyway, oxygen is a synthetic form of hydrogen. Okay, just like the sun is a just like the moonlight is a synthetic version of the sun, even though we actually got real moons on other galaxies and universes, right, and different planets. But the moonlight that you see on this planet is actually an artificial light, synthetic form of the sun. And that moonlight that you see is cold, is real cold, right? So that's no different from oxygen versus hydrogen. The real element between the two is hydrogen. Hydrogen was on that planet first before oxygen was even created, right? And oxygen was created by these advanced extraterrestrials, you know, um, you know, like the draconian reptilians, the alpha draconian reptilians. You know, there's a few extraterrestrials that partnered, aligned, formed an alliance to create these advanced technologies to attack the Atlanteans, the gods, the Anunnaki gods of Planet Ka, right? That's what this big Great War is. The Great War is the 1492 is the Great War. When they first came to our planet in 1492, when Christopher Columbus discovered the New World. But really, that was when they actually invaded our planet in 1492. These extraterrestrials, the Draconian reptilians, the Pleiadians, the Zeta Grays, the human beings, the Octorians. So it's a whole thing behind it, right? So oxygen is actually uh, uh, is a weapon that was created by the enemy, family. That ass, bro. So when we breathe oxygen, this is when we start aging, bro. Like oxygen makes the body, the vehicle, start rusting out, bro. Because remember, we naturally breathe. We naturally breathe, like we are naturally water, right? Like most of the body, like more than half percentage of the body is created off the element of water. So naturally we thrive off of H2O, water, right? You feel what I'm saying? So this is the where hydrogen comes from. When people hear hydrogen, they think about the gas element, right? Exactly. So hydrogen is the natural element that we breathe, because it's hydrogen is another form of water. It's just in a gas state. It's just vibrating higher. Water is actually hydrogen, but just vibrating at a lower state. So we really supposed to be breathing hydrogen. But when the Great War started in 1492, this is when they start ushering in these technologies as we kept fighting, and they started getting leverage over us, over the reality, over the land. We start falling the frequency, and they start ushering in these technologies like winter. Winter is another form of technology that was created by the enemy. Winter not even natural. Winter, um, you know, pushing oxygen in the atmosphere so we could rust out, so the avatar could rust out, so that we could they could separate the soul and spirit, the being, from the body. This is where now you see people, you see in us what we call dying now. But naturally, when we breathing hydrogen, breathing in that natural H2O, that natural, hydrogen, the natural gas, these high vibrations, that water essence, it was all connected to our, genetic makeup. So we breathe in the same thing that we push out. We breathe in the same thing that we are made of, which is water, which is the fire, which is the earth. You know, um, so I just wanted to break that down real fast as far as like the oxygen, because I want people to really realize why we even start looking old and stuff like that. Why we start aging and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying, family? We literally start aging because the oxygen is literally rusting the body out. The more we breathe it and the more we stay down here in this physical plane. Because remember, let's talk phases of matter. Shout out to the God Rashad Jamal. Let's talk about the phases of matter. It's four phases of matter. You got solids, that's where we at. We got solid, we got liquid, we got solid, liquid, um, gas, and then you got the plasma realms. You know what I'm saying? So we come from the plasma realms. And as we descend from the plasma realms, we gotta we gotta slow down our vibrations to even get down. I want to break down the perspective of this family so that we could understand, we could identify this element, what we call oxygen, and we could identify how severe it is to us being in contact with this element.